Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. This is Servants Crochets. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Please do not forget to like, to comment, to subscribe, click notification bell. And in today's tutorial we are going to be making this heart granny square. So there are two of them and this is part 2 of the videos. So this is Valentine's. Obviously we need to make something Valentine related, and I thought granny squares are going to be fast, easy, simple, and you can make so much with them. So check out the links down in the description box and in the cards for related content. And for part 2 we are making the tapestry heart granny square. By the way guys, in this tutorial if you hear any beeping noise behind, it's just the meter. And yeah, so that is basically it. So you're just going to grab whatever colors you want. So I'm using this red and white color and my size 3mm crochet hook. Now to start, you're going to start with the magic ring, and this is how you do magic ring. If you want a slower tutorial, there are like hundreds of tutorials on YouTube on how to do it, but this is how I do mine. And into that magic ring you're going to chain 3, then you are going to make 2 double crochets, and that chain 3 counts as a stitch, by the way. And when you have a cluster of 3 double crochets, you're going to chain 2, then you're going to make another 3 double crochets. Guys, I'm sorry for all distractions that you might hear. I'm staying by the roadside, so you're going to hear a lot of stuff. And if you do not understand anything, I'll just say you should watch the video to the end without skipping any parts. And if you do not understand what I am saying, just watch the tutorial and do whatever I do. So I've just made another cluster of 3 double crochets, then I am going to chain 2 and make another cluster. I was just darkening the light a bit because it was hard to see. So basically you want to do a cluster of 3 double crochet 4 times into the magic ring. So I just did my chain 2, which chain 2 is for a corner, by the way. Then I am doing another 3 double crochet. So right now I have 4 clusters of 3 double crochets, and I'm going to grab the other end of my magic ring and I'm going to pull it so that it secures the circle and closes it. Then I'm going to chain 2, and into that chain 3 I did in the beginning, into that 3rd chain I'm going to slip stitch to join the row together. So this is row number 1. Now I just want you to remember that for the beginning you are, for the red color or whatever color you're going to use to make the heart, note that it is going to go on for 4 rows. I just thought you should know that. So I like to work or start my work in the corner stitches. So I am just slip stitching 3 times until I get into that chain 2 space, which is the corner stitch. And when I'm there I am going to chain 3, and that chain 3 is going to count as a stitch. Yeah, so I'm going to chain 3, and into that corner I am going to make another corner. So at this stage a corner is simply 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. So I just had my 3 double crochets and that is my chain 2. Then into that same corner I am going to add another 3 double crochets. So there is no change in the color for row number 2. It is simply just the red color. Changes start coming from row number 3. Yeah, so we are going to continue. We are going to chain 1, and into the next corner we are going to make another corner again. And you guys know by now, just keep this in mind, a corner is 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into that same chain 2 space. So for the next corner I'm just going to repeat the same thing. So guys, please do not forget to check out the Cupid set playlist. It's going to have all the related tutorials in there for the granny squares, for the bucket hat, the top, and the granny bag. So please make sure you check all of them out, and do not forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you can know when I post any of my videos, because I have good content coming up. Yeah, so please make sure you leave me a comment down in the comment section as well, because I would like to hear you guys' thoughts. Let us try to interact on the channel. So we are at the last chain 2 space, and I just completed that. So I'm going to chain 2, and into that chain 3 you had at the beginning, I'm going to go into the third chain there and slip stitch to join. So this is what your work is supposed to be looking like right now. So we are going to start row number 3, and row number 3 we are going to include the background color, and mine is white. So instead of slip stitching with the red, I am going to slip stitch to join row number 2 with the white. So this is the time where we are going to use the white. We are going to use the white in about a quarter of the granny square right now. So when we slip stitch with the white, we are going to have our work looking like so, and you are going to chain 3. You're going to chain 3, and into that chain 1 space where the chain 3 is, you're going to put 2 double crochets, so that chain 3 already counts as a stitch. So just make sure you pull your yarn so that your red yarn is secure. And guys, at this stage when you are working, you need to carry your yarn. This is why I call it the Tapestry Heart Granny Square. So make sure you carry your yarn. So this is the only place where we are going to have the red. So I am going to leave 2 loops on my hook like so. Then I'm going to grab the red yarn like that. Then I am going to pull through. So the white is going to be just at the top here and somewhere at the bottom, but we will get there soon. So with the red yarn, I am going to go into the chain 2 space, which is a corner, and I'm going to put a corner stitch in there. Make sure you carry your white yarn, guys. Carry your white yarn as you go. So I'm going to put 3 double crochets, chain 2, and into that same stitch I'm going to put 3 double crochets again. Now when you start with a white yarn, let me just tell you guys something that you can remember. When you start including the white yarn to your project, just know that you are going to have 3 clusters of double crochets 3 times. I'm going to explain what I mean in a second. So as you can see, I'm including the white yarn here, and that is because I had 3 double crochet clusters already. I had 2 in the corner, and I had one another red one in the next chain 1 space. So in the next corner, I am going to use the white color to make another corner like so. So this is my second cluster of double crochets of 3 double crochets at the corner, and for the bottom chain 1 space it is going to be a red. So this is going to be the tip of our heart, the bottom tip of our heart right here. So I am going to put 3 double crochets into that chain 1 space. Like I said, always make sure you carry your yarn. Yeah, so this is how it's going to look like. So obviously the next corner is going to be in white color, so make sure you're going to be chaining 1 but with the white color. So I'm going to put 2 loops on my hook, grab the white yarn, chain 1, then we are going to put a corner into the next corner, corner stitch into the next corner. Note that if you are to change color in the next stitch, the chain 1 is supposed to be in that changing color. I really hope that made sense. So like for example, right now I am going to be moving into the red color right now. As you can see, I am going to have 2 loops of white on my hook, then I am going to bring in the red color. I'm going to pull through, then chain one with the red, since in the next chain one space I am going to be working with the red color. So like I said, for anytime we include the white color, the red color is going to be working just for 3 double crochets. And this is what I mean. That is the first, sorry, 3 clusters of double crochet. That was the first that we did just there. And we are going to do the second and the third into this corner space. As you work with your own project, you are going to fully understand what I am talking about. Yeah, so this is a corner, like I said, and you are going to make a corner stitch, 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets, making sure that you're still carrying your white yarn. And when you have your corner stitch right there, make sure you chain 1, then you are going to slip stitch into that chain 3 stitch, or chain 3 chain that you know, the third chain obviously that we started with, and you're going to grab a white color, 2 slip stitch by the way. So this is what your work should be looking like right now. So we are going to chain 3 and still using the white yarn into that same chain 1 space. We are going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, and to the next chain 1 space we are going to make 3 double crochets. Yeah, so we are still going to be using the red at this stage. We are still going to be using the red color at this stage, and I am still carrying my red yarn like so. So this is the second of the, you know, the second white double crochet. Then obviously we are going to do a red, we are going to do a red double crochet, or a red in the corner. Like I said, whenever you start using the white, the red is going to occupy only 3 clusters of double crochet. So I am moving to the corner, and that corner is going to be in the red, and simply what we are going to have is a cluster in the corner stitch. So I'm going to make the corner stitch in red like so. Then I am going to make the next chain 1 space in red as well. So like I said, just make sure that you have a cluster of 3 double crochet only 3 times at the corner like so. I really hope you're carrying your white yarn, do not forget that. And you're going to chain 1, then like I said, we need 3 clusters, and into that chain 1 space we are going to make 3 double crochets. So that is the first double crochet, second, then we are going to have the third. So we have our 3 clusters of double crochets there, and that is fine. And we are going to carry the white yarn right now. We're just going to pull through the white yarn. And at this stage, guys, I am going to say do not carry the red yarn, because from here on until we get to the chain 1 space before the chain 2 space, we are going to be working with only the white color. Yeah, so we are going to be working with the white color until we get to that chain 1 space before the chain 2 space for the red. Yeah, where we are going to work in the red. And at that point we are just going to cross over our red yarn. Do not cut off your red yarn either, but do not carry it at this stage. So just continue working the granny stitch normally. That is, into each corner you make a corner stitch, which is 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and into each chain 1 space you're going to put 3 double crochets, chain 1 into the next chain 1 space, then you put another 3 double crochets. So that is simply the granny pattern. So I'm just going to let you guys continue working. And guys, if you're new to the channel at this stage and you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do. Please make sure you turn on the notification bell. Make sure you leave me a comment, share this video for someone who needs something to inspire themselves for Valentine's. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, by the way. I know at this stage this channel is still new, but I hope you guys will help me grow it, because I have so much I want to do that I want to share with you guys. Originally all my crochet videos were in my channel in which I was doing beads, but I had to create a new channel just for my crochet because I thought those were two different and very big niche that I did not think they were good to have them in one channel. So that is why I have some crochet stuffs to do, crochet stuffs in my previous channel in which I was doing crochet. Now the channel is called Servants Beads. So if you want to see what I was doing before I created this one, you can go ahead and check them out. So this is Servants Crochet. You can go ahead and check out Servants Beads. For now I'm just doing beads related tutorials. Okay, so as you can see, into that chain one space I switched to the red yarn. Then into that corner stitch I am making a corner stitch obviously as well. Pardon me guys, I am so tired. I've been working tirelessly on this entire Cupid set, and recording the tutorials is not easy. So by the way, with this row, I believe this is row number 4. This is the last row which is going to hold the red yarn. So when you're done with that corner stitch, you're going to pull through with the white yarn. Then you are going to slip stitch with the white yarn. And I crossed over the red yarn like I said, and I'm just going to snip off the red yarn, and I'm going to be working with the white yarn only. So this is what your heart is supposed to be looking like. As you can see, it is forming already. And for now you are going to work the granny stitch normally for as big as you want it. Okay, so you can make tote bags, you can make dresses, you could make so much with this. I use this particular granny square to make a granny tube top for the Cupid set. So make sure you check out that tutorial. I'm going to show you the tube top in a minute, and I used it also for the granny bag. It was the same thing too for the part 1 of the video. Make sure you check out that tutorial, which was the heart in the heart granny square. I made a bucket hat with that, and part of the granny bag. So make sure you check out all those tutorials. Like I said, the entire Cupid set playlist is going to be up in the cards and down in the description box. Yeah, so make sure you check it out. Yeah, so I am just working with the white yarn now. Like I said, it's just the same thing. The granny square is just a repetition of the same thing. Like I said, you can make it as big as you want. It is totally up to you. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you pictures of all what I did with this particular tapestry granny square. Like I said, I made that little granny bag that you see there and the granny tube top. These were just so cute to make. The tutorials are all up on my channel, so make sure you check them out. You don't even need to make these for Valentine's only. You can make these, you know, any time of the year. You don't even need to use a red heart or anything. You guys, you can do so much with this. That is basically what I am trying to say. So I ended up making just one extra row of the white yarn, and I ended it there. So this is how our granny square is looking like, and I'm going to measure it to show you guys. So for these granny squares, I left it at 4¼ inch. So for this is the granny squares I used to make the granny bag. By the way, I'm going to put a picture. Yeah, so these were 4¼ inch, and also the tutorial for the heart in the middle granny square, it was 4¼ inch as well, so I wanted to make all of them equal. And this is the tube top I made for the the top tutorial. And these granny squares were 5 inches, by the way. So if you want to increase yours to make them 5 inches, that is totally up to you. So that is basically it for this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you watch the videos at the end of this video, and I am going to see you guys in my other videos. Bye.